What are you doing?
Trying to glue a tab back on the old headlight switch on the gauge cluster trim.
So it's not the headlight switch that's bad? It's the...
No, it's the switch. But this broke taking it out.
Oh. Why'd you take it out?
And your glue is not working.
Well, you gotta hold it there.
Very fast set.
It's gonna stick to that paper.
Well, it's sticking to the pliers and not to the, this might be one of those rare 3-tab headlight switches.
So are we gonna go buy a new headlight switch? It's $32.
I think so.
And then while we're there, we can pick up the part for the 92.
Yep. The trick is, will this headlight switch come out of this bezel without breaking? Alright, so went to the parts store. This old headlight switch, I could get it to work, but I had to kind of wiggle and kind of bop it a little bit and stuff. I'm sure I could have pulled it apart, popped the plastic apart, or even just done a lot of air in here, but $30. Went to the parts store, picked it up. It's got the labels on it. I figured, why not? So I already got it apart. Obviously, I wanted to take it apart, take the new one or the old part with me up there to compare it. It's normally in this housing. It's got the dimmer on it as well. So to install it, it's pretty similar, or pretty simple. It just slides in the front, and we just got to push it in. It's going to pop into some tabs. That. So now it's all locked in. Should have better working headlight switch now. I did notice on this trim bezel there's a little tab broke off. Try to show you. This right here is broke off. It's supposed to look like this one. Now it's so much taller. I was kind of trying to glue this on there. I can't seem to get it to stick. I can try again here quick, just to see if I can get it to start staying. Then we'll hold off on putting this together for right now. But maybe. Alright, so I'll take you in here, show you another project I was working on. So everything in this truck seems to work except for dome light and radio. So I tore this sucker way apart trying to figure it out. It's something to do inside the actual radio itself. I'm getting power up to the radio and ground, but I cannot get it to turn any lights on in the radio on the LCD screen. No matter what I do, and the power comes and goes when I turn the key on and off. So something to do in here that has shorted out. I was trying to look at the circuit boards and follow all the little lines in it, see if I can see anything shorted out or a burnt spot, and I can't locate anything in here that looks like it would be the problem. So I'm calling that a wash. I'll end up just installing an aftermarket one. I mean, this is kind of cool, but obviously cassette, equalizer, that was the only cool part. You know, it's outdated. So I'll end up putting a radio kit in here. I actually have somebody in mind that I'm going to talk to and see if they're willing, you know, if they'd want to kind of do an install and show off they work on old stuff, because this is, I mean, you could just throw a radio in here, but with this it's kind of awkward because it doesn't just go in like a new car, how you buy it, where it just goes right in nice and easy. This is a little trickier, so we'll see. I'm gonna talk with him on Monday, so we got a few days to figure that out. But that's what I was doing in here. I was chasing it with the power probe, trying to figure it out. I also popped the top piece off the dome light cover, and was trying to figure out why the dome lights don't work now. That's got me baffled a little bit, because even pushing the button on both sides, I can get it to change up here, but the thing is, I lose the ground and I don't gain power on either side. So I'm not sure what the problem is with that. Obviously, dome light's not a huge concern, especially when like the motor needs to come out, you know, priorities. So I'm also thinking I might have a fun DIY project with the kid. And you see these door panels, how they're all kind of tattered and torn up. I think I can get a replacement armrest pad, but the whole door panel itself is kind of blown out. You can see on the back here. I'm thinking about taking them apart and going in and adding little reinforcements, getting all new clips, re-gluing the carpet behind the trim panels on both sides. You see that one's also doing the same thing. And then the headliner obviously doesn't look very good. It's gone. So I'd probably try to get some visors, because this is all, the cardboard's busted, and this thing, the strap thing, it's all tied up right now. Let's see if I can get some new visors, and maybe just put a headliner, just like go get some fabric from Walmart and glue it on here. I don't know, we'll see. Not sure on that. I have not priced out a headliner for this yet from like a LMC or, you know, LMC truck or any other company out there, but I don't know. I'll price one out, but we could always do fabric. I've done that in a vehicle before and it came out pretty nice, actually. I just took the old headliner backer, and me and Ange, way back when we were just dating, we went and got some fabric from Walmart and some of the spray adhesive and went to town. Came out good, so maybe we'll do it in this. Anyways, figured I'd give you a quick update on the GMC project. I'm gonna let that dry a little more. The super glue kind of is holding. I figure I might as well give it the best chance I can. So gonna hang out, let that dry a little bit, and then I'll pop back on and we'll get the headlight switch installed into the plastic bezel and get it put back in. I'm just gonna put the radio and all this stuff back together. There's no sense in even recording that. I gotta put, you know, reassemble it and stuff, and just bolt it back into the dash. The radio has bolts going all around it. I had to pull the heater controls down too, but once you have this trim piece off, it goes along here, it gets pretty easy. It's real self-explanatory how to pop that out. So, oh, and this trim panel, if you're working on one of these that goes up on the dash, all you gotta do with this is you pop the bottom. I did it on the glove box side. I kind of put my fingers on there and just pulled out, because it's just these push clips. You see these metal clips? It's got one on each side. You gotta angle it out and then slide it down, because it's got tabs up here. So pop the bottom, slide it down. Anyways, enough blabbing. I'm gonna do some work. right, so if you can't get a little tiny screw where it needs to go, magnet on a screwdriver, and the screw will stay in its place. My fingers are too big to get down in here to start this. So, oh, see? This comes in very handy. Once you get down where you need it, pop the magnet off. And in this application, you got to be very gentle. If it's threading into plastic, man, this stuff, it gets real brittle. I don't even know if I can buy these new. Now I'm going to try to put the screw in the one that I glued back together. I don't know if it's going to hold or not, but I didn't feel real confident on the glue. But this is why I glued it. I'm going to just try to run it down. Nope, it just turned. So the glue didn't hold. So we just gotta snug these up and call it good. Okay. I'll bring you along in here. Got the dash more back together. Kind of looks like a vehicle again, right? So to get this cluster off, you have to get your shifter down a ways. Now I will hook up the headlight switch. It's pretty self-explanatory though. If you took it apart, you know the wiring, how it goes. But I'll kind of try to show you some here. So you got the two connectors. The tab goes inbound on this one. Tab goes towards the gauge cluster that just pushes straight on. Now I'm going to hold the front of this so I don't put or break the plastic. So I'm going to put pressure on the front where the controls are, and then I'm going to kind of just install. I don't know if you heard the click over me yapping, but it went on. And then you got the headlight switch itself. The lock tab faces up. Ooh, I also see another thing I might be dealing with down the road too. I don't know if you can see the second wire, the brown wire next to the between the orange and the red wire. I got a little bit of bare wire there with some corrosion. So I know now that if I have some more problems, I know where to start. All right, let's see here. So the black tab slides into this connector, so that's kind of weird. I'm also gonna hold this with my knee installed. Yep, and it appears that I have working lights. Show you my dash lights here. Boom. Getting the thumbs up from the kids, so that's good. Let's see if the dimmer works. Yep. All right, good deal. All right. So, you gotta kind of finesse this a little bit into its spot, because these things are, these plastic pieces from the 80s and 90s, they're a little nerve-wracking. They don't really like to bend and stuff and get into their spots. But got it okay. All right. Let me look through my mess I got going on in here. So this kind of will translate to multiple vehicles. Oh, when you're done, you don't need it like that anymore. All right. So if you look here, See how that tab's broke? That's supposed to go around, have the trim piece that goes around there, right? So this plastic bezel is broke. Well, you can get a new bezel, maybe. I don't know where to get them, to be honest with you. But I only have one tab broken. So, I just put a washer on the screw. Obviously, it's not aesthetically pleasing, but the results are hard to argue with, because when I do this, it'll work great. I will demonstrate. Maybe. Okay. Have my light shine in right about like that, maybe. All right. I'm gonna start with this one just so you guys can see the kind of cockamamie deal I got going on here. So I just put it up there with the washer. Okay. So it completely covers the broken spot, and when I get the other ones in, I can tighten that up and it'll work good. This one also needs a washer. I'm gonna see if I can't find one. That one is just the center pieces broke out. It's not broke around it, it's just where the screw head stops, it broke off. So I'm gonna try to find another washer. This old dash is just kind of beat up. It's kind of the theme of this truck, I guess. And this one, the threaded spot doesn't really hold, so this is a thumbtack. Already installed all the way. You know, so she's gonna rattle a little. But, hey, you know, it's all right.